It's morning. You eat clean. You avoid junk. And yet you're not in ketosis. Today I'm going to show you the number one reason and the simple fixes that get most people back into fat burning fast. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to change. And many people feel a difference in energy and cravings within 3 to 7 days. And if you're new here, hi, I'm Dr. Tony Hampton, a board-certified family and obesity medicine doc with a master's in nutrition and functional medicine. And I care about root causes because trying harder is not a strategy. It's a stress hobby. Quick question before we dive in. In the comments, what's your biggest frustration with keto right now? Cravings, the scale, keto flu, or the feeling that you're doing everything right and your body is acting like it didn't get the memo. And stay with me because near the end, I'll tell you the sneakiest healthy foods that keep people out of ketosis, even when they swear they're eating clean. All right, the number one reason you're not in ketosis, even if you eat clean. Now for many people, your carb intake is higher than you think. Because clean is a moral category, ketosis is a chemistry category. And chemistry does not care about your intentions. Your liver is not sitting there saying, well, these carbs are organic and came with good vibes, so I'll let it slide. No, the liver says, glucose showed up, insulin rises, ketones go down, meeting adjourned. So what's ketosis? Ketosis is a state where insulin stays low enough, long enough, that your liver starts making ketones as an alternative fuel, mainly from fat. So the real requirement is not healthy food. The requirement is low enough carbs and low enough insulin. Not forever, not obsession, just low enough to flip the switch. Now, the clean eating trap I see all the time in clinic is this. People remove obvious junk, but keep snacking healthy carbs, oatmeal, fruit, sweet potatoes, brown rice, beans, quinoa, granola, smoothies. And they're confused when ketosis doesn't happen because the difference between clean eating and keto is not willpower. It's math and hormones. Let's talk about insulin for a second. Insulin is your body's storage signal. When insulin is high, your body is told, store fuel, don't burn fat. When insulin is low, your body can say, okay, we can burn fat and make ketones. So if you're clean but not in ketosis, one of two things is usually happening. Either carbs are higher than you realize, or something is keeping insulin higher than you think. But the top culprit is still carbs. So let me call out the usual clean offenders. Fruit. Yes, fruit can be nutritious, but it's still sugar. Your body doesn't say, nature did it, so it's fine. It says, fuel arrived. Oatmeal. Oatmeal is a warm bowl of carbohydrate confidence. And sweet potatoes, white or brown rice, quinoa, beans, same story. They can be whole and still be too much glucose for ketosis. Now the hidden carbs. This is where the frustration really lives. Dressings, sauces, barbecue sauce, ketchup, teriyaki, marinades, flavored yogurts, healthy protein bars, and a personal favorite, products labeled keto. Because keto on the label does not automatically mean keto in your body. Sometimes it means we subtracted fiber and hoped you wouldn't ask follow-up questions. So here's the first fix, and it's simple. Do a 7-day carb audit. Not forever, just a week. Track carbs like a scientist, not like a judge. No guilt, just data. Most people who want reliable ketosis do best starting around 20 to 30 total grams of carbs, not net carbs, per day. If you're insulin resistant, meaning you've had years of metabolic dysfunction, you may need to be closer to 20 for a short period to open the door. Now, quick pause. If this is already making sense, hit like and subscribe. This channel is about root causes and real-world strategy, not nutrition drama and finger wagging. Now, let's talk about the two tied for second place reasons people miss ketosis, even when carbs are low. First, protein. Protein is not the enemy. Protein is essential. It keeps you full, protects muscle, and prevents you from dating the pantry at 10 p.m. But in some people, especially early on, very high protein can nudge insulin and glucose enough to keep ketones lower. Your body can convert some amino acids into glucose. That's normal. The problem is going extreme. Huge protein portions all day with very little fat and very low carb. That can feel like a low carb diet that's also low satisfaction. So the fix is adequate, not extreme. Prioritize protein at meals, but don't make every meal a protein contest. And make your meals satisfying. If you're hungry 2 hours later, something is off. Second, stress and sleep. This one is sneaky because it feels unfair. When you're stressed or underslept, cortisol rises. Cortisol can tell your liver to release glucose, so your blood sugar can rise even without eating carbs. Glucose rises, insulin rises, and ketosis gets harder. That's why I tell patients, ketosis isn't just a diet, it's a hormonal environment. So for the next week, treat sleep like a prescription. Pick a bedtime and protect it. And if you wake up at night, check the usual suspects. Late water consumption, late caffeine, late alcohol, late screens. Scrolling at midnight is not a relaxation technique. It's a competitive sport your brain didn't sign up for. All right, let's get very practical. If you want ketosis, here's the simple 5 plan for the next 7 days. 1. Choose a clear carb target, 20 to 30 total carbs per day. Remove the so-called clean carbs temporarily, like fruit, grains, beans, starchy vegetables. 2. Eliminate hidden carbs, things like sauces, dressings, sweetened drinks, bars, and keto treats. 3. Get protein right, adequate, consistent, not extreme. 4. Make meals satisfying, whole foods, solid protein, and enough fat to keep you full. 5. Support the hormonal environment, sleep, stress reduction, and a 10-minute walk after meals. That walk is powerful. Your muscles act like glucose sponges, and your body gets the message. We're using fuel, not storing it. Now, how do you know you're in ketosis? Quick testing reality check. Urine strips can help early on, but they measure ketones you're spilling. As you adapt, you can spill less, even if you're using ketones well. Breath meters can be useful but variable. Blood ketone meters are your most direct. Nutritional ketosis often starts around 0.5 millimoles per liter and up. But here's the truth. Ketones are not a virtue score. And by the way, my favorite company to measure ketones is Keto Mojo. I'll share a link in the video comments. Because if your hunger is down, cravings are calmer, energy is steadier, and your waist is shrinking, you're winning. Now, as promised, the sneakiest healthy foods that commonly keep people out of ketosis. Big handfuls of nuts, nut butters, just a little dark chocolate every day, keto ice cream, keto baked goods, protein bars, and dairy drift, including things like milk, sweetened yogurt, and sometimes large amounts of certain dairy as a all-day snack. If you've been stuck, try this reset for 7 days. Whole foods only, protein-forward meals, minimum ingredients, no keto desserts, no snack products, just real food. Most people see a clear change because they remove the invisible stuff keeping insulin elevated. Let me end with this. If you've been eating clean and you're frustrated, you're not failing. You're just using the wrong definition. Clean is a lifestyle concept. Ketosis is a metabolic state. Different tools, different target. So stop guessing. Audit your carbs, remove hidden carbs, get protein adequate, protect sleep, walk after meals, and give your metabolism the signal it's been waiting for. And if you want one simple action today, choose one meal. Make it protein forward. Skip the hidden carbs and take a 10-minute walk after. That's not just a habit, that's a metabolic message. I'll see you in the next video.